Hello everyone, welcome back to Arpita's Take Corner. So, in this Practical with Power Query series, I talked about what is the Power Query, then we have imported some of the data from different type of sources, and also we talked about the statistics, how we can check the statistics of our data. That means the data profiling. In this video, I will go through some of the options before going to a deep dive into the Power Query for the data transformation step. Before that, just check some of the features whatever we have in the Power Query. Just like our query settings, different type of query settings, different type of column settings, and the applied steps. Okay, so let's go to the Power Query editor directly. So we have opened this Power BI desktop. Let us go to Power Query Editor, and from this source I will select one CSV file. This is our Superstore data file. Click on OK. Okay. So already we have seen that how we can check the column statistics. Now, I will show you some of the default features, whatever we have. So, when we import this query, it is coming to as a table type of. Okay, so right click this query section, and you can see there are different options. Like you can copy this one, then you can paste it. Then again, we have the delete, rename, enable load, include in, report, refresh. Okay, what is this enable load? Enable load is nothing but that it will allow you to enable or disable a query and that to be loaded in that model. Okay, because when we click on this close and apply button, it will be applicable to our data model in the Power BI desktop. That is our enable option. Okay, now we have this include in report refresh option. How it is helping us, like it will also allows us to include or exclude this query in a model refresh. Like when we will refresh the model, it will be automatically this background Power Query editor area also will be refreshed. Then we have this duplicate the option, that means duplicating the query. Then we have this reference option. Now this how this reference option is helping us, it will also duplicating the query. That means it will create a new query, but that will referring to the old one. That means if I click on this reference, if you see I have select created that another queries here, it will refer this first query. That means if I made any changes here, it will be reflected in the second query itself. Okay, so that is our referencing area. Then we have move to group. Like we can create some folder structure. Within that folder structure we can put some of the queries also based on our business cases. Then we can do some of the because I don't have a multiple stuff, so here I am getting the move down. That means it can be down. If I select this one, it will go as a move up. Then we can create some function here. Those function is like allowing uh, creating some function top of this selected query. Okay, then here the parameter section is not enabled, therefore that we need to enable this parameter section. However, it will allow us to create this convert these queries to a parameters. Okay, now we have this advanced editor that can be also um visible from our top area in the home section also. So this is similar, like behind the scene what is happening the in the M language, we can find it out the advanced editor section. Then we have the properties. So if you click on this properties area, so it will be enable load report, then those two options will be enabled here. So this is our queries properties. Now, if I select any of the table column, like right click, you will find some more features here. We'll go step by step in our next videos, but I'll provide you, I'm just giving you some idea what all the options we have and how many type of data transformation or data preparation steps we can do with this Power Query Editor, because it is considering as an ETL tool for us. Okay, so here we can remove or some of the columns. We can duplicate any column, then we can remove any duplicates, errors, change type, different type of transformation, replacing values, split column, replacing errors, group by, pivoting, and then drill down and all those stuff. So these are all some high level of column features we have. We'll go one by one. Then in the right panel we have these applied steps. Okay, now if I select this default table, here you can observe we have three applied steps. Automatically it has been imported, because when we imported the data, automatically it has been created. First is the source, then the prompted header, because it's showing the header, and the change type. So by default it has been changed from some of the CSV, from the CSV whatever the data we have, based on that it has been automatically changing the data type. Okay, now here we have the properties name. Here we can select all the properties name. Here we have the some more table views also. Okay, the behind the scene what was the query we have, that's the query view we have. Now in the applied steps, for example, if I want to add some filter condition, so add any filter connection here. Okay, how it has been, it will be added in our applied steps. Let's see that one. For example, in the segment column I have three values. Okay, so based on that, let me select one consumer values, click on OK. If you see here, I have this applied step. Now what are the steps we have in the applied step property? Just right click, and you can observe from this applied step property we have some edit setting option. We can rename it, like based on, like here is by default it will come as a filter row, but what exactly you filter, so you can rename it with based on your business justification. Okay, then you can delete it, then delete until end, insert step after, like you can move before and after, something like that. Also the extract the previous, then diagnosis any issues are there, then the properties. So if I click on this edit properties, we have this filter area, like it will showing the detailed explanation what exactly we filtered. The basic one is like this segment value equals to the consumer value. We can add some more values here or some more values also here. If you go to the advanced area, it will show you a detailed explanation. Okay, so from this area, what all stuff you have understood? One is the queries and properties. What are all the queries we have? Then we have this apply steps properties, and then we have this column level of properties. Now in our all our next videos, we will use all those properties and all those tab things to transform our data, because there are many steps, but we have to go logically. What are the steps we need really for our data analysis project? So from this video, I hope you understood what all the features we have in Power Query Editor, to get some idea like about the queries features, which will come as a table format. And then we have this column level of properties, then we have applied steps properties, how we can edit our applied steps also, and all other ribbon level, like tab level, different type of properties. Okay, so thank you. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe to my channel. Provide your comment if you have any feedback. Provide all the feedback in our comment section and share with your friend. Thank you. Thanks for watching.